Okay, so this is our first video. Josh.
Right.
This is me. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have a look on BuzzFeed at the 30 unexpected things you learn in your 30s.
It's only really relevant to you.
Well, it's but it's relevant to me. But it's kind of.
I'm not going to really remember this.
Maybe you will. Maybe it's good that this is being made because you'll look back and you'll think, "Fuck, maybe I did." So let's get into it. Right. You constantly forget that you're not in your 20s anymore. Well, I think that probably applies to women. I don't think they do actually. I would say they're constantly aware that they're not in their 20s anymore. It seems that women after 25, they generally think that they're about to die if they don't get in a relationship. But
nowadays, it's
you can't.
You're being 18 is the new 30. Fucking everyone's fucking wifed up and just be like, hello.
Got about 4 kids.
Yeah.
And a house.
Got them all in before I die at 30.
I would agree with that.
House.
Where does that leave me?
Where does the fucking
I don't
money
have my
come
own
from?
house.
You live in a palace.
I do. This is. I mean, it's not my room. But. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Oh, okay. So this is what we were saying. People start to think that there is something legitimately wrong with you if you are single. Yeah, exactly. Just because you're 30 doesn't mean you have to be married. You know.
I think it's a case that.
How old was our parents when they got married?
18 and 20.
18 and 20? Fucking hell.
Fucking straight into it.
Catholic upbringing, so.
But I think me personally, I think that if you are, it would just be fucking harder when you're like 30 odd and be like, oh come on.
It depends if it's a decision or if you've just been on the shelf for a bit.
Well, a decision maybe, yeah, but I mean like. If you've been on the shelf for a bit and then you're like, shit, try to
the way we use it on this show. Probably the worst term. If most worst is a term at all. Okay, moving on. So the number 3rd one, your middle name should be Busy since that's all what you are all the time now. I fucking agree with that. I find it hard to see anybody I used to when I was in my 20s, which you just used to phone people and go out. And, you know, in my 20s, mobile phones hadn't really existed long in the 20s, so you'd probably be ringing their house phone. But nowadays, I'll meet somebody, Nicky B, if I meet him to discuss business. Not to be confused with breakfast. They've just got no time to do anything. You just feel that you have no time between.
I feel like now. I feel like going to.
You've adapted from being from hanging around Tino too long.
This is true.
And Bo. Okay, so we agree on that then.
Oh.
Hang on. This is too true, and this is one of the worst things about everything. So number 4, your Facebook feed will be nothing more but new baby pics. Not just new baby pics. There'll be about 500 pics of one infant in any clothes, and then also, literally after that, it's buying any clothes. Oh, I've got a new pram. Oh, happy birthday from me, so and so. Don't talk to your child on Facebook.
I get those.
Don't talk to it. If it can reply to you and you haven't got the ability to text or phone, yeah.
I find that now.
But instant message it. Why are you putting a status up? Are you not sure that, have you tried the phone and it's not coming through? So you thought, fuck it. I'll just put this out to all my adult friends about my infant.
I like it when they, it still happens now, where people will upload a status saying, oh, baby so-and-so's got a fever. Oh, the doctors can't really...
I'm not interested if your child is ill. This is probably going to offend a lot of people, but if you don't have a child, we're not interested. If I had one, I would just...
take it to the doctors.
Take it to the doctors. Get off the fucking internet. Take it to the fucking... Get it down A&E.
Yeah.
We could be dead by the time you finish
and then
your irritating post.
You'll always get the one friend, even if it's a young bird who's got a baby, and then you'll always have the one Facebook friend who's like fucking 40, who's like, oh, hope everything's okay, babe.
Yeah, they always
God
creepily
bless.
chime in as if they're going to get some sort of kudos. That, do you remember any of your single mates like my nice post about kids? I love kids. I love kids. I'll take anybody's kids on. Just be with me.
But that is a thing, that comes into it though. Having kids. There are birds who are literally just like, fuck it, the one thing in my life that I'm going to do is have a kid, and I'm going to milk it for all it's counting worth. Literally, right. That's nothing.
So number 5, you will seriously consider moving to a more affordable part of the country. Maybe, but I've got no experience of it yet. I think a lot of people just get on housing association. But I don't think that's a 30 thing. We're kind of linking that to kids, so it's got to be 30s, right? Clothes that you from your 20s now make you look like you're trying too hard.
Well.
What we say about snapbacks, because I think it's acceptable.
No,
to be a dog lidsman in your 30s shouldn't be a problem.
It's like
I'm a lidsman. I'm not ashamed to say it. I wore them back in my 20s when they were fitted. Nobody else was wearing them in Cambridge. That's in, the early hip hop phase. Hang on, Nicky B's coming in.
Is he coming in?
He's coming in on the old 3-way video chat.
Right, Nick.
You've kind of got us at an awkward bit. Oh, you could join in, but this was our.
You're so fucking shocked.
Yeah, we're making a video, so this is kind of like videoception, Inception video. Yeah, can I call you back in about 20 minutes? Not even that.
Do that, mate. Do that.
Do you want to wave bye? He's older than me. He would know even more. Right, peace. Sorry about that.
No, but this you can't. It's like you've had. It's like you had that when you were younger. You dressed like a fucking wigger to the maximum. Tennis fucking bracelets and shit.
That was that was.
And then
Pharrell's fault.
You went okay.
I wanted to be like Pharrell, but in Cambridge, 6'4", skinny, lanky fuck, didn't get any game from that. Nobody liked that though. Not even my mates. They would tell me to get changed before I came out. But I did once wear pink bandanas with a pink Von Dutch hat. Except that Pink Panther. It was all about pink, like before it was pink in Britain. But so what's your statement? Snapbacks not acceptable for over 30. What's the
they're
cut
not
off
acceptable.
point
They're not acceptable at all. It's
they are.
It's not an English thing. It's not an English thing. They are predominantly for people who in America. That fucking people wear snapbacks all the time. But hats are not cool. They're not cool. What's the point? Like you get a hat that says Dodgers and it's like one of those fucking old ones. It's shit.
Okay, right. So snapbacks over 30. Forget it. Amongst other things.
I do this now.
What's this? Which is why you... Oh, okay, so run on from which is why you would look for sensible and comfortable clothes when shopping. You may do that now. I'm still in the...
I'm trying not to do it. I'm trying to dress a bit better.
Well, yeah, you stop the dad look. But there are two camps of people. This is A, for those who work out and those who work. Don't think that's true. I think... Everybody works out now.
Yeah, that is.
But that's not a 30 thing. I think that's something I've had to adopt because I want to wear a snapback. You have to be hench like everybody
Can't
else.
be a fat person. Getting carded is awesome.
What does a carded mean?
That means getting ID'd.
Carded?
I've never heard that.
You gonna card me, bro?
Oh look, you have to card everyone. Let me just have this.
Okay, so you have to be 21.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that.
I get
ID'd, but then when I don't have it, they let me in anyway. And they say I've got to ask, and it's like, well, no, you don't have. You have to ask if you think I'm underage. I haven't proved that I'm not. I don't know if I'd feel good about that or not. Maybe I wouldn't fucking wet the bed about it. I wouldn't be like, I just got fucking carded. Your favourite foods now wreak havoc on your insides? Don't know. Don't think so. 11. Investing in quality becomes important. That is true. When you're a kid, you'll spend money on anything. Now, I get a big fucking ASOS saved section, save everything on it, and then I wait for them motherfuckers to drop the price. There's a hat on there that started off at £20. I'm looking at it now. It's a leopard print fur trapper.
God.
Okay, this fits into what we were saying earlier, but the point being, it's now £7. I'm waiting. No other fucker's gonna buy
nobody's gonna buy it.
Okay, so but yeah, you are more discerning. You shop better.
Mm.
Yeah, you don't buy top man shoes because they don't last. It's false economy. Hangovers will destroy. Not so much. Start drinking again recent enough. Don't get them.
Right, well you will. You're gonna get them again soon. It's just that I get fucking. I hate when people say, "Oh mate, you know, when you're older, you start getting a few bit of hangovers. Like the hangovers start getting worse." I've got that now, and I'm not just saying it. It's fucking 2 days. I'll feel like shit.
Okay. 14. Quiet never sounded so good. I hate loud noises. If somebody shouts when they're drunk, I'm like, shh. Or let's stop shouting at each other. But I think that's more our mates, like Robbie and Kit. And it's like Foghorn Leghorn against the impenetrable voice guy. So it just crescendos like one like
until they
yeah.
Just bang! Fucking sonic boom.
Your back will hurt for no damn reason. I don't think that's a dirty thing.
My back is literally...
Yeah, exactly. Mine's hurt my entire life.
I got a bed.
I'm 6'4", and I always thought that was it, but it's not, because, I mean, you get it.
Just have it. It's always hurting. I have to sit down.
Feet? The next 16 feet? Would you say that?
I think I've got a problem with my left foot, so I don't think that is necessarily a thing. But
You'll gain hair in all the wrong places.
Not really.
I think you get that at puberty. Maybe on your ears.
Mm.
You will now have divorced friends.
Not in fucking England.
I don't know. They
stays together.
Yeah, just stick it through, or they won't. They'll have split up before then.
Yeah.
Rewatching movies from your youth is a bad idea. Why would that be a bad idea? Flight of Navigator is an awesome film. What, they're saying that shit second time around?
Yeah, but sometimes you do watch them, you're like, what? And then you point everything out, you're like, bollocks! Or you did. You've watched the film when you're younger, and you see it, and you've always seen it. You don't
believe the plot force, maybe.
Well, not the plot.
I didn't like watching He-Man round again. He's well posh. Seems really up himself, as well being quite hard.
Oh, everyone's doing a fucking marathon.
Marathons everywhere. I don't think it's marathons so much. Where I work, it's cycling. Like that is your quarter life crisis. Is 30 your quarter? Probably your third life crisis. So not mid. So you like
your first one, your warm up.
Your warm up life crisis. Everybody's got a bike and they spend about $3,000 on it, and there's people at my work who will they're biking in a full unitard, and it's like they've come from Mill Road. So like a 3-minute bike ride, but then they go to the showers as if that's some sort of badge of honour. Grey hairs will be I mean, you've got grey hair now.
I've had grey hair since I was 14. I prefer it. I'd love to have grey hair, to be honest. More proper.
Somehow you were 22. How many of these fucking things are there? Right, 22. Somehow you are now a person with answers. I don't know.
I avoid having any fucking responsibility at the moment, to be honest.
That's true.
But I'm 21, so.
Your clothes won't be the only things laden with wrinkles. Wrinkles everywhere.
Nah, I haven't noticed that yet. Have you got a few?
Crow's feet? Maybe.
Just the forehead.
But that's distinction line. So otherwise you'd have to Botox that shit. Surely. I don't know. No. Activity. Wine. 24. Wine tasting, apple picking. No, not yet. The only dancing you will do is at weddings and work parties. Bullshit. I think everybody fucking throws shapes no matter what the age is. Dancing on that requires multiple water breaks.
No, 30, not fucking 8.
It's not, no. Talk of cool new bars in place with mortgage. There are no cool new bars in Cambridge, so that's...
Cambridge is a shell.
That's...
Just everything stays the same.
Yeah, I don't get that. The repercussions of your 20s will catch up with you. credit card offers, I think everybody's over that now. I know a lot of people who just paid their debt off when they got a proper job. Not all, well, I'm still being fucked for debts that I ran up. Shit debts, not even for anything in particular. Debts that I thought I was going to get away. That is one thing I would say, is unless you're very cunning and you think it through, don't try and avoid a debt. I did for a long time, and then they took it to like the High Court, and now I owe double what the original thing was.
Try and face the debt, because you always think it's going
But
to.
the beauty of that is, if you earn fuck all, you've got nothing in your house to take, so they'll take any mortgage repayment you've got to go. Fucking brilliant. But it's not brilliant, it's to have to pay it. And pay your debts first before saving. Martin Lewis told me that. Okay, so alright, we're getting to the end of it. You wouldn't go back to your 20s for $1 million. Bullshit. Bullshit. I don't know what that's. Unless you go back, you use the money investing more wisely. Yeah, but I know people who invested money. When the credit boom came out, they were like, "Fuck this! Yeah, I'm going to get a mortgage." And I was like, "What?" Now, yeah, they're sitting pretty. So that would be it. But yeah, going out, it's essential. It's part of grounding. It's part of what you do. If this is saying you would just save for 10 years and then be more comfortable in your 30s, well then all these other things, the previous 28, are then inevitable anyway. You'd just be a bit more financially stable. 30, you can't wait to be 40.
No, it's not true.
Nah. Because then you'll have it totally figured out. I think kind of at 30 you realise that people who are in their 40s, your parents, they're human. They're like you as well. They're not just these fucking cash cow motherfuckers who just know everything and you can just ask them a question, they do it. Now you realise when you speak to other 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds at work and stuff like that. Yeah.
Being addressed like when you ask for somebody who's older than you, ask them a question. You always think that they're going to say they'll answer you in a certain way, but now it's they're more terribly honest with you. And you're like, shit, I don't like that. Like,
you're on par, and you're surprised when they ask your opinion. You're like, what? Are you telling me? What, you're going to listen to me? I've got to email you back. Okay, that's it. So, yeah. So, in summary. 30 things about being 30. Kind of spot on, BuzzFeed. I think you've done all right with that. But me personally, yeah. I mean, you're probably more financially stable based on the follies of your brothers who've gone before you. So ultimately, have a fuck up older brother, and then you'll be better prepared going into it.
This is true. Learn from their mistakes.
Kind of makes you a bit 30 early, so
yeah,
it needs to be less dad.
Yeah, this is true.
Okay.
Most of these applied to me and not you, to be honest.
That's fair. That's a good point. So, being 30 can rub off on younger people, and maybe...
I think I want it a bit too much.
Maybe we've swapped. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Maybe it is.
Okay.